Alright, Goomzalotto's already in chat. Welcome aboard. Audio should be good. Alright. Oh, hey, what's this? What's this? There we go. Alright. Well, GBA Mario Circuit's not exactly the track of the day, but until a few more people pop in, I'll just go ahead and just a little bit more just to work on this. Wait. There we go. I am dead ass curious on how this is gonna look when it's fully finished. It is a little awkward in its shape, but I kind of have to. I've been working on Peach Gardens a lot. Sweet. That sounds like, honestly, that's why I chose to do GBA Mario Circuit, because I kind of want to get to the Peach Zone myself. Because Peach Gardens looks like it'll be a fun track to create. But for stream, that is, we're going to be focusing elsewhere. And by elsewhere, I mean we're going to be starting our first DS track that's not Peach Gardens. Oh, well, speak of the devil, I see someone online. I wonder what you're up to. Honestly, I haven't really been doing this much in my spare time. I've been kind of gaming elsewhere. But I've also been busy. Seems like every day I got something going on. And by something going on, I mostly mean napping. I got home from work and I'm freaking exhausted. This needs that, yeah. Not there just yet. I think that GBA Mario Circuit's gonna look pretty cool when it's finished. I've also seen a lot of people's work on the community. Like, seriously? Very impressive on everyone's front. Something here doesn't look correct. Alright. What's going on? Oh, I see. Somewhere down the line, we got mixed up here. Oh, right. And then that's gotta go. Something ain't right here. So hello everybody. Got some more people in chat. Hola Black Lion, hey Draconic James, Jackson's channel, I see you. Welcome aboard everybody. I don't know what happened. We got some I guess I made some sort of mistake on GBA Mario Circuit, so I'm just kind of quickly finishing or fixing it. I don't know what I did, but something is not correct. And I'm not entirely sure how I did that. Oh well. No, not you. Actually, now that I look at it, I think I do realize what I did wrong. I think I was supposed to put a third. I forgot to put a third block there. Yeah, a third block right here. Ah. Yes, now I see. Ah. I believe I fixed the problem. Ah, Cool Monkey. Oh, where did the music go? I haven't started it yet. But I have it all set up. I love how GBA Mario Circuit is ginormous compared to the SNES Mario Circuits. Yeah, I was looking at the maps and like the GBA maps are significantly bigger compared to the SNES maps. So, all right. Fittingly so, we'll start with our theme of the day. And with some people, we got everybody, or most everybody, at least a lot of the usuals. Quick show. I decorated this road that connects SNES Mario Circuit 2 to GBA Mario Circuit. We got some, well, an attempt at a stone ramp. But, I don't know, looks pretty decent. Alright, so let's travel all the way back to Wii U Mario Circuit, which I believe that's Mario Circuit 3. Here we go, Mario Circuit 4. Boy, we got a lot of traveling. So again, I haven't really been working on this too much in my spare time, but Wii U Mario Circuit's looking pretty solid. The off-road is pretty much all finished. It is fairly smaller than I thought it would have been, but maybe that's because I scaled it down a little. Oh well. Still got some background details to work. Here we are. Can my Jackson's Channel 27 channel be put on the pyramid? Yep. Will I do a live stream of the Mega Man Festival? Quite possible. I was thinking about it. I was 100% thinking about it. Okay. I'm gonna rotate the map. Wrong way. Yeah, because, like, I'm gonna be building it so that this is the straightaway going straight to the finish line. Alright. So it's very pixelated in my image, but that's perfectly okay. We're going to ditch this stuff, so I don't need it. Yeah, I'll look into the pyramid and of shoutouts and see where we stand with that. I'm going to need this. Whoops! Why did I drop that? Get over here. gonna need that. Well, in terms of road, that's pretty much all I need. Okay. So, let's say that that's right before. This is right before. We're gonna do the usual. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so it's 10. We'll make this work. I can't really see DS figure 8 circuit being that hard to build, but I have absolutely no real reference other than the map, and it's not as easy as the pixel-based ones. I wonder if Model Resources has a model for figure 8 circuit. If it does, that would be ideal. I feel like I was just on there and I didn't see one. Yes. My laptop has to chug just to run stream and the internet. Mario Kart DS. Alright. Courses. Oh, no, it does have figure 8 circuit. Alright. I'll keep the model up just so that I can get a clean idea of how to elevate it. Quality. Quality 2D textures. Okay. So yeah, looking at the borders, it looks like we're probably gonna just use some red and white terracotta. Yeah, I have zero idea how long to truly make this. So I say we just wing it. What do you think of the new DLC characters they announced for Cross World? I love it. The freaking Angry Birds. They put Red from Angry Birds in there. Which, honestly, I'm not really surprised because Sega did purchase the company that made Angry Birds. So it's like, it was only a matter of time before they did this. I don't know the second character or the third, but I have seen the third character, the Puyo Puyo Tetris character. But Goro's car looks freaking awesome. I think that's his name. Alright. Whoops. Yeah, no, I'm so hyped for, like, I'm so glad that DLC is still being added over time, because it's like, it reminds me a lot of what I did with Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled in its Grand Prix seasons, and it was fun. That was, like, a lot of fun. And it keeps me engaged into the game. Alright. Again, I have no idea how long to make this straight away. Is there anything I can use to maybe act as a pixel reference? Let's see what I can do. What are your thoughts on the Pokemon Winds and Wave starters? They look pretty cool. For me, I usually have to wait till I see the final evolutions before I make any sort of decision on what I want to use. But first evolutions don't look too bad. I like the looks of the water starter. It almost looks like Sobble 2.0. So figure 8 circuit. And then what I'm also going to do I'm going to get up a SNES map. And I'm going to see if I can use one of the blocks as a reference. By the way, I want to address this. Thanks to everybody who was creating rallies for the world map. Honestly, I'm already having a lot of fun with it. Okay. So one pixel or one block seems to fit into the road. So these actually can be smaller. Which is interesting. Let's see if we can use this as the basis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we can put all of this is dark gray. So this is a interesting little change. But this might help at least create some level of like it'll give us an idea of how long this needs to be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a whole line. So that's like 12 blocks right here. No one can see the map I'm using because it's on my PC, but y'all will get the picture. So that's 12. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I have somehow created 3 full rows of blocks. Alright, so that's just under the bridge. So if we go another 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the block after will be the starting line. That works for me. Yeah, again, I can't see DS figure 8 circuit being too hard to make. The curves might take a little bit of time, but the straightaways are literally just straightaways. It's just, what else needs to be said? If anything, I think it might actually be easier if I start doing the top straightaway first as well, once I finish this one. So that way connecting them and elevating them will be a lot easier. Which universe would you rather live in, Metroid or Murder Drones? Well, that depends. Do I get to be a human or a robot in Murder Drones? Because if I'm a human, I'm not really living in that universe, am I? I'm probably already dead. As for Metroid, well, what, who cares? It's about Samus. If I put myself in there, well, then we're ruining the vibes. Okay. From here, got 7 light grays. So we go 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Robot? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I would probably pick the Murder Drones universe. Yeah, my chances of dying are pretty high. But I don't know. It would be better than having minimal screen time and then dying is probably better than having absolutely no screen time and just not existing in Samus's adventure. Plus, I'm gonna be 100% honest, after Metroid Prime, the wildlife of Metroid is scary shit, brother. Okay. And then another 5 blocks. I kind of like this. This might set up a good template for future DS tracks. Okay, so that's the first straightaway. Now what I have to do is the top straightaway, which is going to be a little trickier because it is diagonal. I'm gonna get up the map again because I just put a whole bunch of blocks on it. Now I have to figure out how am I gonna do this exact same thing, but diagonally. Alright, back on Jackson's channel. Perfect. Good to see you, bud. I'm pretty damn sure I played most of this music already, so I'm just going to skip ahead to Maple Treeway because I don't really care to listen to all the Coconut Malls again. Wait, wasn't I past like Grumble? I think it was on Grumble Volcano. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't remember what we left off on the music. Okay. Now I gotta figure out, what are we gonna do for this? Let me copy 1 block. Unfortunately, I can't really rotate it. Wait. That certainly does not help. Let me try that again. Yeah, no. Okay. What website are you using so you know how many blocks to place? So I actually downloaded the maps a long time ago for all these tracks. Directly, I think from like Spriter's resource and stuff would have them. But I'm currently putting them in Microsoft Paint and I'm cutting like bits and pieces out just to place them on the map. Okay. Let's try something new. I'm looking at I'm putting them diagonally in general, and it looks like it's like 4 blocks long, which I don't really like. So I'm probably gonna say we're gonna do it 5 by diagonal, but let's see. First things first. I would wager that this is the hardest part about making a track. It's just kind of figuring out where everything is supposed to be. I know it doesn't exactly offer for the most entertaining bit of content, but all of this is necessary. You'll thank me later. Okay. So... the bridge is roughly about, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's roughly 20 blocks into the straightaway from the light gray line. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is where the bridge would generally be. Wait, hold on. This might be where the model will come in handy. Well, it's kinda handy. Because I'm looking at it, and it's like, of course it's going to be the same length, but we're creating it in Minecraft where it's going to be diagonal. It should also be noted that I think the sides of the road are all light gray, so we'll do that. Currently eating McDonald's. Funny. I work there. Okay, whoops. I also think that, do I have, what kind of blocks do I have for like the raw iron? Resin blocks look, actually, that looks like it would be good for the walls. Honestly, yeah, because like the walls are like a Super Mario Bros. 3 block style. They're not like perfectly like this, but I think that might be the best look. Yeah, the glazed terracotta is not going to cut it. I don't think there's any other block that's got more of an uneven block look to it. Not really. That's like basalt is like pipe. Yeah, I think the resin block will work. So yeah. And take a look at the model. Alright, and then what do we want? Well, the tunnel's also going to be kind of diagonal because it's going... Okay, well actually this is okay. We just create this. What's the underneath of the tunnel look like? It seems to be like dark gray concrete as well. So that will be fine, but then we could probably just put dark gray concrete underneath. Okay. So the road itself, first off, this is gonna be light gray. Oh wait, this is gonna need to be like this. There we go. The moment I can figure out how long long it's gonna be, like horizontally, I guess. I'm kind of BSing my words here. I don't know what, like, I barely know what I'm doing. I want to say that the road will likely end up being like 5 blocks, because it doesn't look that big. But I did make the road slightly bigger in general, so maybe what we'll do... Maybe what I actually should do is I should maybe make this a little bit... Okay, I have a bit of a different idea. This is tricky. Okay, I have an idea. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna need concrete powder. I'm gonna need yellow concrete. Okay. So I'm gonna make the road slightly smaller. It's gonna be 6 blocks. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But you can drive on all this anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this is kind of how the design of the road is, and this might actually make it a little easier. It's a little bit more accurate to what I'm looking at on the map. There we go. I think this will work. Okay. And that includes, actually, it goes the whole way. Warpbox, welcome aboard. What track is this? Yeah, we're on DS Figure 8 Circuit. We didn't really have a lot of votes on where to go at, but after Wii U Mario Circuit, but I had to either connect to one of the existing tracks. And it seems that Draconic Games was kind of the only one who really said anything, so we went with DS Figure 8 Circuit. Finishing DS Figure 8 Circuit will open up a few more possibilities. Okay, so this is what our road's gonna look like all around. So it's gonna be 6 blocks long as opposed to 10. Well, it's still 10, but you get what I'm saying. So once I'm done this, it might be a little bit easier to figure everything out from there. Okay. So this is where the wall is going to be. This it sits right on the edge. We got one block of light gray off-road, one block of yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna try 8 diagonal blocks. Okay. Actually, I'm kind of feeling confident about that. Yeah. Okay, and then, well, actually, first off, oh wait, yeah, no, that's actually perfect. Oh wait. No, not entirely perfect. Because the bridge kind of, it's supposed to really stay completely lined up with the road. We might be able to make this work. Got some plaque on my tooth that's bugging me. Unfortunately, I don't have any dental sticks left. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of like the looks of this. Over here, maybe what we can do is instead, we'll make the road itself 5 long. We'll make it like this, and then we'll just fill in the light gray in between. Yeah, I think this will work. Now, it's a matter of seeing just how many blocks I'm gonna need for this. Oops. So I think what I need to do right here is I'm going to need to put some diagonal blocks together. And then use those. I am going through a lot of lengths to figure this out. So I'm going to take my row at 12. And I'm going to put them diagonally from each other. But I think the moment I figure all this out, we'll be in the clear. And then building from there shouldn't be too hard. Let's just hope all this will end up lining up. Yeah, actually, that does seem to line up. Okay. Let's see where we go from here. Man, the lengths I'm going to. All right. I'm looking at this. So, okay. That one we can cut that one off. There we go. Yeah, this works. Okay. We're going to start. All right. Let me do a wee bit of counting. Sorry if this isn't exactly the most exciting at the moment, but this is necessary. $66. We are looking at a 66 block like straight away up above. Now, I've roughly done 5 here. Oh, crap. Okay. I'm at the very edge of the road. I apologize on, well, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal because this is just kind of what you would have to expect out of a project like this. Okay. I'm roughly, okay, so this is the very edge of the road on the, from the bottom. Oh, wait, no. One block above, right? Oh, yeah, right here. Is it? Close enough. So, let's see. Going downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Say we got like roughly 22 blocks. 1. Okay, so that's 22 blocks. Wait, yeah, from here. So that's all the way there is 22. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So we're halfway there. There we go. So that's our straightaway road up there. Perfect. So now what we'll do is we'll do the other side. And then we can fill in the road. And that should be good. So we'll have our the straightaways are the most important because connecting the straightaways with the outer or the curves will not be as hard as long as we have both the straightaways ready. Here, you know what? That might make things a little easier. All right, so this is pretty much the foundation, which is important, integral. We need this. Please tell me my thing is still, yeah, no, we're still good. I have to make sure I keep an eye out for if it crashes, because like I think it was the last time or something, it kind of crashed on us. Yeah, so once the straightaways are done, connecting them won't be too hard. So yeah, honestly, pretty chill. Now that we've gotten all the hard thinking work done, we can begin to really kick at the track itself. I'll probably stream till about 8 o'clock. It depends on how... Like, honestly, if I know what I'm doing, time will fly. So once we get into the building, don't hesitate to just chat, honestly. This should line up perfectly. Bam. Now, two, three, four, five. Which track do you think you will start building after this? That's a very good question. I have to check the map because I'm gonna be 100% honest. I wouldn't mind moving away from the circuits for just a wee bit. I would like to, like, honestly, if it were up to me, I would probably go up to like Donut Plains area. But let me consult the map. I'm gonna close off the internet for now because I think now that I have the layout done, I'm pretty solid. So with Figure 8 Circuit now on the map, we have access to, well, we can even skip the donut or the Battle Course 1 for the time being. I could skip right up to either Remix Donut Plains or regular Donut Plains. Wii U Mario Circuit, unfortunately, will only either lead us to Double Deck or 3DS Mario Circuit, which the mountainous area, I don't know if I'm ready just yet. Still working on GBA Mario Circuit, which, oh, GBA Mario Circuit doesn't even lead to the Peach area. It now leads to the Luigi area. So I'd have to make GCN Luigi Circuit first. That wouldn't be too hard. Luigi Circuit doesn't look that bad. And then I could go on to Peach Gardens if I want. It's gonna take a bit before I ever stretch out into tracks I truly like. But even then, it's not necessarily the tracks that I'm worried about. It's everything else. Keep in mind, I have to do the water for the area. Like, I have to make the world itself. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. What level or area from any Sonic game would you like to be a track in Cross Worlds? Ooh, good question. I saw a leak, possible leak about extra Grand Prix being added, but I didn't see any source for them, so it's hard to say if it's true or not. But, like, obviously speaking, I would love a Chow Garden track, even if it's a cross-world, which I heard from this leak was a case, and I was like, either way, I wouldn't care, I would take it. But if I wanted to go by actual levels, I would like to see something based on Sonic Adventure 1. I don't believe we've gotten a track from that. Like, there hasn't been anything based on Sonic Adventure 1 yet. If I were to pick one... I mean, Red Mountain is fine, would be fun. I don't think we need Speed Highway because we already have Radical Highway. I would rather not work with Emerald Coast either because we kind of already have Ocean View, and let's be real, the first levels of tracks are always the go-tos. But Red Mountain I think would be nice because we don't really have, we have Sweet Mountain as a crossroad, but we don't really have a mountain otherwise. Lost World I really don't care for. Windy Valley wouldn't be bad. I don't know really about Ice Cap. And then we would have like Sky Deck or Hot Shelter would be interesting, but again, I think Red Mountain would probably be the most ideal. Other than that, what else? What other games? I think we've got enough from Sonic Unleashed, to be honest. Like, Sonic Unleashed, if anything, kind of has the most pulled from. I think we need a more diverse Sonic Heroes location that's not just Roulette Road again, or Seaside Hill, or Final Fortress. Bullet Station, like honestly, Hand Castle or Bullet Station. I'm kind of upset that they didn't make Pumpkin Mansion based off of Pumpkin Hill and Mystic Mansion at the same time. That would have been solid cool. Okay, if I go all the way to the end there. So that's like 1, 2, 3. How did I do it over here? So it's like in a W formation. We only, if I'm correct, from Sonic Colors we have the only tracks from Sonic Colors are Crossworlds and Galactic Parade and Sweet Mountain. I think Asteroid Coaster would be pretty fun. Finished Peach Garden, sweet. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that works. Shut It TV World, hello! Welcome aboard. We are working on DS Figure 8 Circuit. So yeah, we're making pretty good progress. Once the straightaways are finished, everything else should be relatively easy to get going. Dry Dry Ruins has such great music, and I love it. It's like one of my favorite songs in Mario Kart Wii. And kind of the reason why it's my favorite track. On top of being desert themed, music tends to be a very huge deciding factor for me. Although bonus points if the track just averages out to be great in general. Looking at you, Electrodrome. Not you. Alright, so now we can finish off the rest of this. Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Alright, so the straightaways are finished, and that's what we need. Perfect. I should not have ditched the model. Oh well, in any case, now that that's done, I'll zoom out a little bit. Now, I'm gonna need to start. It's gonna be a wide curve. This one, over here, this has got to be a wide curve. I think this is already starting to look pretty solid. Is your playlist just Wii tracks? Nope, this is everything. It's just ordered by game. Alright. The road's probably going to get a little bit bigger when it curves. So it looks like this extends another 2 blocks, while this starts to curl inward. We also need to start elevating. Smudgers, how's it going? So let's start going up. All right. Oh wait, this isn't even... This starts being grass at some point. Say right about here. Interesting choice. I got a cavity or something in my mouth, in one of my teeth, and it really hurts. Okay. with like a slightly, yeah, that might do. All right. This is gonna look weird. How do we curve from a what? Maybe maybe a yeah. I guess we just do that. This is going to be interesting. After watching the rally video, I made some sketches of what the rally icons might look like. I've wanted to do that. I tried to do that, but I was like, the rally icons use 2D artwork, whereas most everything else is 3D artwork. So I need to find if I can I need to see if I can find some 2D artwork of things, but for some things it's very hard, especially the bone fins. For some of the more boring tracks like Koopa Beach 1, I feel like you should add some extra decorations to make them look nice. Absolutely. No, 100%. I will do my best. Alright, I just gotta figure out. So these are gonna connect. I'm just trying to figure out how. I do believe now is when we should start doing some one line diagonals. And this needs to start going lower. Actually. At this point, I am 100% just like winging this. But once they're connected, things will start to get easier again. I think we're getting somewhere. Maybe. Where does this line up? Okay, yeah, actually, we can work with this. I think that... Yeah, I'd say that will just about do it. The sketches I made are an original design rather than being based off of Worlds Rally icons. That's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Looking at this... I think this can stand to be just a little bit longer. Okay, let's do a fill-in. Now that we have this side of the road connected, we just need to do the outer bit, and then we can fill in the whole road, and like that's pretty much like half the track done. More than half, really. So let's see, I think at this point, actually, let's just do that. And I think I want it to be 8 long here. Black Lion is back. Welcome back. Smudgers, for DS Mario Circuit, are you going to add the forest area? I might. Honestly, I'll have to look. That's probably going to be another situation where I'm definitely going to try to make it like a mix of both. Like the original and the 8 Deluxe version. Mhm. I think that'll work. And I think this will work. Ooh, not quite. There we go. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna leave and consume food, but I will be back later. Nice. Okay. Sounds good. You could add Floria Fields as an Easter egg. Yeah, that's. We'll definitely look into the possibilities. This is going to be, as far as I'm concerned, this could be a project that spans my entire YouTube career. And so long as people remain interested in it, we will keep going with it. It would not surprise me if we saw a brand new Mario Kart game in the time it took for me to even reach like a fraction of this project. By the way, we are not going. If a new Mario Kart does come out or DLC tracks come out for World, I can't promise that I will be increasing the size of the map. It's just I just don't know if that's going to be possible. Maybe not just yet. We just need to do another big like that, and then we can wondering maybe what were to happen if we were to do this. But also make sure you're also enjoying the project. Yes, that's the important thing. I burn myself out on... That's kind of why I don't mind doing this as a stream every other stream. Because it's like, it keeps it at the very least still kind of fresh for me that I don't need to worry too much. You could add a separate island for the newer tracks if that were to happen, but it is your choice. Yeah, that's fair. We could still try to add them to the map, and it would probably just be like maybe floating islands that can connect. But we'll see. Minecraft does offer some creative freedom. I believe... All right, let's see what this goes. Let's start filling in the road. Hey, you know what? Toad's Factory is a pretty suiting music piece to have for this part of the project. It's just construction. Ah, crap. I left my hard hat in my car. Oh, I see. Caution, men at work. Man at work. Alright, Toad's Factory's remix in World is pretty fire. World needs content. Like, it needs some more content, man. PPE is important. I'm not just saying that to try and avoid a lawsuit. Please excuse me for one quick second. What are your thoughts on the Yoshi Sphinx, specifically from Sticker Star? I think it's cool that it was ever in there. Personal protective equipment. Yes. Ah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, I actually really like that the Yoshi Sphinx was actually, like, in Sticker Star to begin with. Like, I like how it's kind of a recurring element. To a degree. Because it obviously was in Super Circuit for Yoshi Desert. And then it was in Mario Kart Wii for Dry Ruins. Yeah, personal protective Protection equipment, yeah. My slow ass couldn't figure that one out just yet. But yeah, no, like, I just think that's so cool. That's gonna be a hard thing to build. Alright. You know what? That looks pretty satisfactory. A little odd, but I think it passes. This might be, like, I think this could use a little bit of extension, but I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I do think that maybe it's just on this end. Ah, yes, I see. How does that look? Oh yeah, that looks much better. Does that mean that a Yoshi was once a pharaoh? Maybe. Maybe Yoshis were like in the same spot as cats in the olden days. Maybe they worship Yoshis. The Egyptian toads. Does that mean there's Christianity in Mario? That's a slippery slope. The Yoshi Sphinx is as much as a recurring element in Mario games as Birdo being a theater/musicals is. Her song, she sung her own song in Sticker Star and Color Splash and in the Shogun play. Yeah, no, like I do like that they have a few modern recurring elements. Speaking of Origami King, I honestly am thinking that might be the next game I play, because it's been a while, I haven't played it in so long, and I think it might be time to break it out and finally give it another shot. Alright, now let's do this end. This one is a little bit smaller. Why does the yellow concrete look like cheese? It's worth playing just for the Fire soundtrack and Bobby. Both are very valid opinions, and I think I actually now want to break this opinion out early in that Origami King proves that you can still have a memorable character who doesn't look memorable, but is still memorable through their character and personality. So, Nintendo, your move. Bobby was, even though he didn't look any different from the standard Bob-omb, he was still a memorable character from his personality alone. Your move, Nintendo. Your move. And I think that's exactly what we need more of. Also, there is not a single battle theme in the Origami King that doesn't slap. Every single one is amazing. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I guess you could use yellow concrete for Cheeseland then. Depends on which version of Cheeseland you're doing. I'm gonna, once again, mostly be targeting the OG. Definitely think we can now start going upward here and a little bit more diagonal. Whoa! Quit it. Alright. Okay, so they're already they're pretty much lined up now. That's a little, it's a little uneven. I do that. Okay, and then yep. Okay. We're definitely probably going to need to look into the curve here as well, but let's see where we can go from here. So I think the same deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do believe that should be good. Goomsalotl is back. Hello, back. I'm Dad. God damn it. That's good. Does that mean you'll build it on the moon? I mean, it's still kind of going to be treated as a desert track, but... imagine if you were going to do... Imagine if you decided you were also going to include the retro tracks in your map. If I did the originals and their remade versions, I think I'd be borderline insane. So let's not and say we did. My stomach is starting to growl. Oof. Yeah, I might need to do a little food break in a second. Yeah, that seems to check out. Yeah, this is exactly why I said I did not think this would be very hard. What's your opinions on the talking flower? Well, context is everything. Did I care in Mario Wonder? Yes. I thought he was pretty fun in Mario Wonder. Do I necessarily need him commenting on my Mario Tennis matches? A little less so. He's a little overwhelming in the tournaments. That's why I turned him off elsewhere. Do I think it's a bad addition? No. I just think that they definitely need to know when to go all out. But far be it from me to judge on that one. I used to be a bit of more of a chatterbox than I am now, but trust me, my work can attest to that one. I'm at the point at work now where it's like if they call me a chatterbox, I'll be like, bruh, are you kidding me? I can barely say a word without someone telling me to shut up. Talking flower playable in Mario Kart World when? I mean, given the roster, it would not surprise me at that point. I'd say that's looking pretty good. That actually looks really nice. Now that Music Park is, or was, depending on when you see this, playing, do you prefer the original or the 8 remix of Music Park OST? They both sound pretty similar. I think I would probably have to go with the 8 version. Nah, the talking flower should be an item that just says stuff and does nothing else. No, it should just be the better blooper where it just fills up your screen with text boxes. Talking flower is literally just the blooper, but better. Alright. So let's see. We need to do that. I'm wondering maybe we do this. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. time to connect this spot. What are we gonna need to do to make it fit? For starters, I think what we're gonna need to do is this. Maybe this needs to be a little bit longer. Alright, this one's a little bit more complex. But Huh. Okay, so okay. So maybe this does need to be a little bit smaller. I do hope the Talking Flowers and Assist Trophy in the next Smash game. Alright, now that you've 200%ed Galaxy, are you going to 400% Galaxy 2? Galaxy 2 does not require 2 different playable characters to finish the entire game, thankfully speaking. It just requires the Green Star Hunt, which I would argue is 10 times better. I love the Green Star Challenge of Mario Galaxy 2 because at least the stars, while they are in the same galaxies, they're off the beaten path. They require you to do something completely different to obtain them. Mario Galaxy 1, it was just play as Luigi and do the exact same thing you just did. There we go. All right, road work ahead? Yeah, I should hope it does. Sorry guys, the road's not working properly. Anyway. There we go. So yeah, we have finished the layout to figure 8 circuit. And I gotta say, that looks pretty good. I feel like maybe that one spot at the top could maybe be a little bit longer, but I don't mind that much. But yeah, no, that looks pretty good. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll get the model back up, because I'm gonna need that for the detail. Okay. Whoop. First things first, let's do something simple. The tunnel. I would say the walls are pretty much the same, but we can probably line them with some so let's actually do gray terracotta. That is dark. Wow. It's not that far off from black. Okay. Yeah, so let's do that. Do a row of this. I think we can actually make the tunnel also 1 cube taller. There. So that what we can also do, I don't believe I'm going to need any of this anymore. But I'll keep that in there just in case. So, this again. Oh, right. The bridge is legitimately on a diagonal angle. Okay, so let's go back with that. Oh, hey, bridge. What's up? There you are. Yeah, okay. Then we'll do the same thing. Now, let's decorate. Perfect. All right. And then same deal. Hey. What happened? How'd that end up being? Oh, that would be why. I see. Okay. Nope, we can fix this. There we go. Whoops. Oi. There we go. And then blammo. Got it. We tunneling. There we go. Oof. At the rate I'm going, do I really need a food break? I've already been at this for so long that I haven't said anything. Yeah, we'll see. We'll also have to go to the top just to finish off. Oh, we also have to do like the side of the roads too. Alright. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. There we go. There's the tunnel. Now, the grassy hill does like hill based on this. So I'm looking at it. So same deal. Once it starts curving inward, it's basically grass. And we'll have to do a fence. And then it'll be grass up until... So right about here. Oh, I guess I do need my light gray concrete. Whoops. Now you know what, for consistency's sake, let's do that. And then bam, bam, bam. Bad at all, if you ask me. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, the outer layer on this end does not stop or not like turn into grass at any point. So it's just going to be gray concrete all the way around. Yeah, once I've finished up like doing some of the groundwork around the track, I can start connecting it to Wii U Mario Circuit. That'll be fun. Whew. I'd say this is also like a pretty solid bit of work. We pretty much did the entire layout of a track in one session. So, props to that. Neo Bowser City was a literal love at first sight deal. Holy man, did I fell in love with this song the moment I heard it. And Neo Bowser City has been one of my favorite tracks ever since. There we go. That's... Oh, we just got this side. Yeah, that's all, like, the whole outer layer is just white, or light gray concrete, so we're good on that. And then I can use the model to kind of figure out where the rest of the detail, how I'm gonna, like, make the background and the surrounding area of the track. That's what's going to be the hardest part of this whole thing. It's making the world around the tracks. I'm beginning to maybe understand a little bit of what Nintendo had to go through to make the world. Who knows what it would be like to have to code this from the ground up. There we go. I love Wild Woods. Yeah, honestly, Wild Woods was probably one of the best DLC tracks of Wave, I think it was Wave 2? like, I see a lot of equivalents. Wild Woods, to me, was, like, in the same tier as Dragon Driftway. Wait, did Wave 2 even have a drop of a track? Super Bell Subway was pretty okay. I think Ice Outpost was definitely the worst track of the DLC. Okay. So... now we're going to need some red terracotta. Okay, so... other way. So over here. My model is listed, I got it viewed over here. So what we're gonna do, so I'd say roughly starting around, just before here, so right here. And then we're also going to need to make all of it on the ends grass. Ah, fan of Yoshi. Ludwig moment detected. Yes, I play as Ludwig. Shadow World TV, I've forgotten if you've already said this, but what's your favorite track? Mine is Shy Guy Bazaar. My favorite track of all time is Toad's Turnpike. My ranking videos might say a little bit different, but trust me, it is Toad's Turnpike. I mean, please tell me you at least like Ice Ice Outpost music. How do I tell him? I think there's your answer. Sorry, bud. I would wager that the music's kind of one of the reasons why I don't like it. Yeah, that'll get me in trouble. Conflicting opinions will always get you in trouble on the internet. Alright, so this will go... yeah, I'd say right about here. I really do need to get this tooth checked out. This feeling ain't good. I think it's hitting the nerve. The problem is, like everything in the world, the dentist is expensive. And I can just barely afford that. What does it say when it's getting too expensive to take care of yourself? Pack it in, IRL. You have probably failed somewhere. That's what we get for having a society built on money. Anyway, enough talking about depressing things. Uh-oh. I can't have that. There we go. I'm not a big fan of the track, but I love the music. Fair enough. Okay, on a less divisive topic, Wildwood music is absolutely big. Wildwood's music is really good, so long as we don't have the front-running beats involved. I think that kind of ruins it a little bit. Alright. So from here, it's honestly kind of the same deal, where it's just, now it's just like white and blue. So it'll go... So as it starts going downhill, because the grass is gonna, like, there's gonna be grass down here. Alright. How are we gonna do this? So... oh, right. Damn it. I'm not very organized. Right, so this is going to be the wall. So let's do that for now. Now let me take a look at the model. So yeah, right. This is going to be interesting. So this is going to be a wall. And same deal, it's going to be like white and blue. So let's just do some of that, but it's a little bit longer. Well, that's mostly sponsors, but we'll work around that. It's not really necessary. Okay. And this is gonna basically go all the way around. Okay. Ooh, that's a few comments. Mario Kart World helped me appreciate the Koopa Troopas Beach more. Koopa Beach 2's music was phenomenal in World, especially in its music. Yep. If we're gonna keep talking about Mario Kart music, y'all need Piranha Plant Pipeline to listen if you haven't. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Shadow World TV. I love most Mario Kart songs because basically the only exceptions being the respective songs since they're kind of boring. Or repetitive songs since they're kind of boring. Koopa Beach 2's route music in Mario Kart World ain't too bad though. I make so many typos, oh my lord. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, so best of, it happens to the best of us. Zyfrix Official. Hello, welcome aboard. Smudgers, I'm a sucker for odd time signatures. Fair. I've done things in the past, 2025 included, that I deeply regret, but I do wish that I can move on from them. Hey man, as long as you're willing to move on and grow, that's the important thing. It's all about improvement and having the will to improve, because acknowledging that you did something wrong is only the first bit. The second bit is that you actually have to commit to change, and you have to tell yourself, am I ready for it? Am I ready to make the change that I need to make? And that is the hardest part. It's not hard to tell people that you have a problem or you've done something wrong. The big thing is that you have to be willing to tell yourself or you have to be willing to actually put it to action. And that's where I think a lot of the struggle comes in. You have to admit to yourself that you're ready to change and ready to commit to the effort. Philosophical. So this is what I want to do for now. So yeah, and naturally from here it would just be, oh, you know what? Oh, whoops. Oh, there's the problem. Crap, now I have to redo the whole thing. Shit. I wasn't paying attention. I was getting too deep. I have to make another grass outlining around. Okay. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. My opinion on Bowser Jr. kind of soured in recent times, and that's because he's responsible for the Koopalings' relation to Bowser Jr. being retconned. Yeah, I never really was a fan of that. I'm still sad that Paper Mario basically has no references in Mario Kart. Just give us a Paper Mario truck or even him as a playable character. I don't care. Yeah, fair enough. I still just hate that they treat them so separately to begin with. Why are you afraid of one of your most creative franchises? I know Miyamoto's not exactly the most supportive of the unique style. I don't know what the deal is. But, like, come on. Him saying that Thousand Year Door looked too similar, or Sticker Star looked too similar to Thousand Year Door in the beta build, that's not an insult. If anything, that's a huge compliment. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep this up until it requires a change. Alright, up until here, because now is where I can start solidifying this. Let's keep it flat up until here. I think I have an idea of how I want to do this. It is going to have to start slowly sloping downward, even from over here. This is an interesting work. How do Minecraft builders actually do this? What am I doing? more comments. My audio keeps crackling, okay. Oi, I think I was absent for a little too long there. Okay, what's your favorite city track from Tour? Vancouver Velocity. So said relation to Bowser, not Junior F there. Yeah, my audio is crackling a lot. I was gonna say. Yeah. Okay. Is it still crackling? This might be a controversial opinion, but I prefer the art style of Color Splash and Origami King over T2ID. I actually like what they did with the remake. I think it's kind of funny that Smash Bros. Has more Paper Mario representation than actual Mario games. Yeah, facts. The audio is normal as far as I know. Okay, well that's good. Maybe it was just a little bit there. Yeah, sorry guys. This is what happens when I get really into the project. Okay. Too far. Man, I have to do this for this other side too. You know what? Let's just make this portion. In the aftermath of Wart's defeat and a subsequent banishment from Subcon, he went on to explain to a group of characters why he felt compelled to corrupt Subcontinent's inhabitants. Huh. I see a lot of background here. What game style do you want the most in Mario Maker 3? Well, I mean, I think if we get a Mario Maker 3, a Mario Bros. Wonder style is inevitable. But looking at the looking at how they covered like 3D World. Okay, you know what? Let's stop pretending like we want to ignore this factor. Why are we limiting it to just the main series? How about let's just break the ice on this one. We all want I would want a Paper Mario style. No doubt. I absolutely want to see Super Paper Mario styled Mario Maker. Let's not pretend like I don't. This is definitely interesting. Interesting, but I think it's going pretty well. Super Paper Mario for Mario Maker 3, absolutely. I wish there was a way to set up a download link after it's finished, but alas, the Switch won't let you. Yeah. Battle of the Barons. Yep. Nah, this guy seems to have made an opposite version of my online persona, I guess. Just keep in mind that I did draw the icon that he's using. He just edited it. Or they. I want to make that a little bit clear. Maybe we need to do this the opposite way. Going all out on this, am I? Feels like it, at least. And I get really focused when I'm like this. God damn it. Yeah. I think that works. Alright, let's see what I've missed already. Perhaps bluegrass. Wait, yeah, I missed what I did. Speaking of dreams, I once dreamed of a character named Tomo, and while I forget most of what they said, I now associate the word reprise with them thanks to that dream. Interesting. Shadow World TV, Nintendo has so much creativity, but it feels like they use the same biomes each time. Yeah, they kind of do. Like, Nintendo and their 3D or their main series games are the pure definition of hot dog, hamburger, taco. Ultra Gay Bacon, what's poppin'? How's it going? I feel New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Mario Bros. DS are different enough to warrant having separate game styles for them. To a degree. It's just more of an evolution. Error 404, interesting. We should get a Sunshine style so Stroll and Stu can finally appear in another game. Valid. Replace Goombas. Continuing my two previous comments, even when Nintendo makes an interesting area for Mario, they usually make it a similar style, which makes it feel less special. Yeah. Spike the Chespin, welcome aboard. I feel like it'd be hilarious if Figure 8 Circuit appeared as a DLC track. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't... Any track that has not reappeared yet, I would not complain about. Shadow World TV, I mean similar style area in later games, yeah. Yeah, my inability to focus on comments and building is showing. Oh, that said, this is supposed to be a connecting road. So we'll have to break this apart later. Oh, we got some elevation going at the very least. All of my Animal Crossing New Horizon villagers have suddenly become self-aware. Huh? That's scary. Trevor, the most forgettable .png facts. Gen 6 is Gen 6 was weird in that sense. It's like Gen 6 Pokemon games were like, yeah, they had such good characters, but they didn't know what to do with them. It's like, bro, what was Trevor and what were your other friends supposed to be other than just there? Building the stands for this track is going to be crazy. Well, I definitely feel like if there's anything, I should be focusing on the backdrop and detailing on my own time, which at this point is now starting to get very hard because I don't go back to Minecraft very much. But let's just at least finish this up. Because I think... Oops. Yeah, it's just a... Oh yeah, I didn't ask for that. Right, and there's also this side. Pretty sure I already did part of the outer area of this spot at least. Yeah, I did. All right. I think y'all can plainly see that the track of DS Figure 8 Circuit is done. I had recently built a recreation of GBA Bowser Castle 3 RT in Minecraft that intends to make the ramps blend together and modernize the track. Interesting. Best of luck to Smudgers. Gen 6 is my favorite era of the franchise personally. Yes, I am biased. That's fair. Never mind, it was, and I quote, a joke. Oh. Yeah, no, Gen 6 is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon regions too, but I'm more biased towards Gen 3. That's where I started. Okay. So as we can plainly see, the general structure of Figure 8 Circuit is done. And I think it would probably be best to... I'm going to just finish this off. Where does the grass start on the... What am I asking? Where does the grass start? I already kind of established that. Let's just build the extra layer. So that when I inevitably come back to this, at least it'll all be ready for me to build the fencing and stuff. There we go. All right. You can't do that to me, Nintendo. I've had scares with self-aware computers before. I like Gen 6 because it has Gumi. Never would have guessed. I'm kidding. Pokemon X and Y, the games are definitely overhated. Though the anime honestly gets the hate it deserves for screwing up the entire AZ storyline and reducing all nuance Lysandre had. The game should honestly be seen on par with the ones that came before it. Honestly, I really do enjoy Gen 6 as a group of games. I think the Pokemon are awesome, the region's amazing, and I really love Legend ZA too. Alright, I'm gonna leave Figure 8 Circuit alone for a little while, but we got it done in the stream, so that's pretty impressive. What I want to do is I want to go back over to Remix Mario Circuit 1. And I think what I want to do is I want to start making a little bit of an idea on where I want to make Battle Course 1. SNES Battle Course 1. So, if I get a quick peek at my map, I think this will be the last thing I do for this stream too, because I'm starting to get hungry and a little tired. But I would call this greatly successful. So when I look at my map, Battle Course 1 would pretty much be beside Figure 8 Circuit. So it's going to need to be elevated a little bit. So let's get what we don't need out of the inventory. Figure 8 Circuit looks fire. Thank you. Big shout out to Draconic James for having us start that project. So we now have... Oh, wait. I haven't done the mapping yet. That's something I have to do. First things first, let's clear my inventory out of things I don't need. I'm still going to need that. Don't think I'm going to need that. All right. Yeah. I'm not questioning it. I just think it's, for my safety as a content creator, it might be a best idea to kind of avoid that word. I, myself, would use it outside of YouTube, but right now I probably shouldn't. I'm going to need another chest. Well, unfortunately, well, actually, no. Okay, so here's what I think I should do. I should get... a normal chest. And what I'll do is I'm going to start taking out the Mario Circuit maps because I'm not really going to need them anymore. Not in the Shulker chest, at least. This whole part is done. So yeah, all of these can go in this chest. But maps that belong more or less to the far areas probably need to stay in with the Shulker chest because they're going to need to be accessed. Yep. All of those can go here. Whoops. Didn't need to do that. Remix. Yep, that's good. Wait. Whoops. Which one did I just take out? Okay, yeah. That one can probably stay. We'll keep this one in here for now because I will need it for when I update the road. So, GBA Mario Circuit needs to stay in this chest. Because I'm still working on that, so that's going to need to be updated over time. So, are there any others? So this is all GBA. This one's a part of SNES, so we can put that in there. Yeah, I think this will be the last activity for the stream, just sorting out the maps. So, that's also Mario Circuit. This is Wii U Mario Circuit. This can probably stay in the Shulker chest as well. Oh, sorry, Ender chest, not Shulker chest. I don't know what I'm saying. And then this is probably also... Yeah, that's part. So we'll put that in here. Alright. So, let's add some more to the map. Onward! Mario Circuit 1, so we need to go this way. That's understandable, yep. I was only explaining why I said it, not to encourage you to use it. If you don't want YouTube to go after your ass, then I understand perfectly, yep. I was gone for a bit because I had to charge my device. Thanks for the shortcut. Oh, thank you for the shout out. Yep, no worries. Black Lion, my favorite Pokemon era is a two-way tie, the GBA and the 3DS. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people definitely like the GBA/DS era. Alright. That's that. Okay. We're just gonna need... Oof. Is there anything else I can ditch? I don't think I really need these anymore. Okay, and then we'll just need this half of the road. There we go. Have you considered what the Mushroom Cup will consist of? Not yet. It's... see, Grand Prix are going to be a little tricky to figure out because they honestly can't be as diverse as rallies are. They might, but it really depends because, like, it's going to be very hard to get from one end of the map to the other if you want certain Bowser's Castles to be a part of it. Since all the Bowser's Castles are together, a lot of Grand Prix would have to be in a similar boat just to get over there. So Grand Prix might be sorted based on biome. Okay, so I think... I think this will be about accurate. No road yet, but I think that's all the space in between. This is 100%. So we're gonna put these in the Ender chest. And then I'm gonna put an Ender chest over near Figure 8 Circuit so I can update the maps a little easier. But, solid work, man. Look at this. Just look at that. It's small. In fact, I wager that the GBA tracks are probably going to end up being the bigger groups of tracks. I'll say, there were still writing problems outside of removing the AZ storyline altogether, but that would be another can of worms. Ah, the worms have escaped! Bro, you can't let your worms out of the can like that. Oh wow, we're not even going to be able to see the entirety of Figure 8 Circuit on this part of the map. On this map. We've reached the edge. What's south of here? DS, Wii, GCN. So many Mario circuits. Still, I like this. It's looking really nice. We'll have to build some more floating islands in and around this area. This Wii U Mario circuit is still, everything is still in the works. Basically, the only really complete areas are the SNES Mario circuits. Well, you know what they say in Brooklyn, early to bed, early to catch the worm. Or is it the bagel? Worm is good. I'm so thankful for that one. Thank you for that. Mama Luigi is the superior episode of Super Mario World. Changed my mind. It's got one problem, and that it features no Koopalings. Alright guys. I think that'll be it. My stomach is saying that this might be it for stream. But, guys, tell me this isn't beautiful looking so far. I mean, yes, it's all Mario circuits, but what else were we gonna do? We had to start somewhere, and Mario Circuit was kind of the best place to do it. Alright, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks to everybody who popped in. Actually, before I leave, the shout-out pyramid. Draconic James, Goes with the Most, Black Lion, Mario Maker Fanatic, Cool Monkey Official, oh, that name needs to be worked on. Poggers, Fan of Yoshi, Goomsalotl, Screamer Protector, also known as now the Freezing Baron, and Alley Cat. Alright, yep, Jackson, we need to put Jackson's channel on here. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that off screen, but Jackson's channel will end up here. You guys all deserve the shout out. Wait, is Smudgers on here? Oi! Okay, I have another person to add, because Smudgers has become a very notable part of these as well. So don't worry. I will add our usuals to the podium. I think I could add Spike the Chespin too, and Shutta TV World. They've been here a few times. Alright guys, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. So keep an eye out for my, I'll get a post going soon about the next month streams. In any case, hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.